In this video clip I'm going to show you how to use Prowise Presenter to create a tree of life. Apologies for the audio in this, but I'm not using my normal microphone. I've gone to presenter.prowise.com and signed up for a free account, and this is a resource that I've created already to help people. It's not the only way, of course. There's lots of different ways you can do your tree of life, but just this is one way that you could do it. So I've set up this presentation that's 9 screens with one central screen where the actual tree goes. So up in the top right hand corner here, it's an opportunity to introduce the tree of life, and it's designed to be used on an interactive whiteboard really. So any drawing that I do in this video, I'm drawing using my mouse, so it's a little easier on an interactive whiteboard. So this first introductory screen here, the tree of life, it gives pupils a chance to draw a tree, or take a photo of a drawing, or to take a photo of themselves to put in there. I'm going to put my name, and it also gives an opportunity to put in the date as well. So in a moment or two I'll put in that it's 2019. You can, with Prowise Presenter, if you're using it on an iPad, you can take photos directly into it, or you can upload pictures. It's really very flexible and quite easy to use once you get going with it. So I've done my first little slide on there. If I go back to the centre now, you can see I've got my tree that's looking very bare at the moment. And on the right hand side, we're going to start on the trunk. And this is where we outline the skills, values and strengths. Now the pictures that I put in here, the widget symbols, if you click on the pointy icon, you can drag them around. If you click on the hand icon, you can zoom in and out from the different screens. Right. So it gives you a chance to drag and drop the icons into the right place. Of course, there's absolutely no reason why you couldn't just write straight on the trunk, but to support pupils with ideas and with communicating their thoughts, the drag and drop options are there and available, and I'd really like to build up the choices on here over time. So I've gone for my values, caring, happy and patient, and I'd like to think they're things that are important to me right now. Now with the roots, you have to think about where you come from, your heritage, languages, and things that are important to you. So my home is very important to me, and also so is my hometown, which is Burton-on-Trent. Come on you Brewers. So I've put some text in there, but of course it just can be written on with an interactive whiteboard in Prowise Presenter. And I'm going to drag in the seaside as well, because I really do. The seaside's very important to me. I love going to the seaside with my family and doing activities that involve water. So let's move from my roots. Obviously we could take that a little further, or not as far, depending on the children that we're working with. Now for the ground bit, you have to talk about, or think about, where you are now and the things that we choose to do on a weekly basis. And a lot of my time every week is dedicated to football and going to the park. So I've chosen those 2 activities to put in there. Again, I'd very much like to develop the range of widget symbols that we have in for pupils to choose from. Now, if for the ground here, we're going to put in the things that are important to us. Now what I'm just doing is zooming right in. Now because I'm writing with a mouse, it's really quite hard. But I'd even recommend that you do this if you're writing on a whiteboard. If you zoom right in, you can write really large, and with the icon that I've just clicked there, you can then resize it. And it looks much neater when you resize. And then I can select it and just drag it into the ground there. So next I'm going to have a look at the leaves. Now the leaves are the names of those who play a significant part in a positive way. Could be friends, family, pets, heroes, etc. Now the leaves that I put in here are on infinite clone. So pupils can drag as many leaves in as they like, and it can be, you can use the symbols to drag onto the leaves, or you can write on them. Again, I'd recommend zooming in so that you can write a little bit more neatly. And of course, pupils could draw their own leaves if they so wish. So I've dragged in parents as people that are important to me. And I'm going to zoom right in now, as I mentioned. And once I'm zoomed in, then I've got the opportunity to use the pen tool to write on the screen. But I'm going to type because, as I say, I haven't got the interactive whiteboard at home as much as I'd like one, so I'm using the keyboard. So my parents, my dad and my mum are very important to me. We can also put in pets, and I'm sure many pupils will have pets that they want to share. So I'm going to dedicate some of my leaves to some of the pets in my life, which in this case are actually my mum and dad's pets, but they have a couple of King Charles Spaniels called Maisie and Tilly. So I'm going to drag the pets widget symbol over, and then I'm going to painfully write with the mouse, which again is nothing like as good as it is writing with a pen on an interactive whiteboard, or if you're lucky enough to have a Prowise smart screen. By the way, Prowise Presenter that we're working on here is completely free, even if you haven't got a Prowise screen. You can use it on almost every device, it seems. Chromebooks, PCs, iPads, Android tablets or phones, and the kind people at Prowise give it away for free. Now what I did there is accidentally selected the leaf, which I didn't want. So I'm just going to make sure I select just the Maisie text, so I can resize it and put it inside the leaf. And I'm just handwriting in now, Tilly. There are options to add fruits as well, which are the legacies or gifts that have been passed on to you. And I'm going to put in a couple of apples. And one of the gifts, I think, or legacies that have been left to me is the importance of being kind. I can't quite remember who it is now, but somebody, some famous scientist once said that the best thing you can be in life is kind. And that's something I've always kind of kept with me. Finally, there is an option to put in flowers or seeds, and these are the legacies or gifts that you'd like to leave for others. So in my case, the two things that I think I'd like to hopefully inspire in others in some way, shape or form is to be enthusiastic and also to solve problems, or at least to try and solve problems as opposed to creating them. And they're the two things that I'd kind of like to put in right now. So there we go, there's my completed tree. And for this, now we could either take a photo, we could record a video, and pupils could present what they've done. We could put it onto Seesaw, we could put a photograph in a pupil's records, or whatever's needed. Thank you for watching.